Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Eka Estara Mawardani, and the number of students is 2103-211-00028. I will present my work entitled Community Empowerment in the Economic Sector through the Family Welfare Empowerment Institution or PKK in Tambak Rejo Village. First, I will present a review of Rapid Rural Appraisal, Participatory Rural Appraisal, and Sustainable Livelihood Framework. Rapid Rural Appraisal. In research by Suryanto et al. 2021, entitled The Complexity of the System for Utilizing Catchment Areas and Arable Land in Lake Tempe, explained that rapid rural appraisal is an intensive learning process to understand rural condition, carried out rapidly and quickly. This research was conducted in the outskirts of Lake Tempe, Paju Regency, specifically in Lailu Village and Salo Menraling Village, Tempe District. The social activities of the community around Lake Tempe, especially in the Tempe District, are dominated by fishermen who also farm. They change their livelihood according to the season, as fishermen during floods and as farmers during the normal and dry season. Their life are greatly influenced by the changing condition of Lake Tempe, influenced by the season and the Bila and Walanai watersheds. Land regulation around Lake Tempe through regional regulation or PERDA classifies land based on type and status. The autopoietic system of the people in Lake Tempe can be seen in the continuation of traditional customs and prohibition, such as the prohibition on fishing every Thursday night until Friday afternoon. The government's role in regulating land use in Lake Tempe can be seen in the division of catchment and cultivation zones, as well as levy rates. Participatory rural appraisal. In the research of Sulaiman et al. 2023, entitled Community Empowerment with the Participatory Rural Appraisal or PRA approach, explained that the PRA approach allows communities to formulate plans and policies independently through participation in determining program priorities, monitoring and evaluating policies that influence their life. In the context of Kebarungan Village in Banyumas Regency, community service activities are carried out with the aim of empowering the community through PRA, focusing on legal awareness and providing interactive learning media and involving coordination between the implementation team, partners, and the local government. This activity is divided into two main areas, namely legal assistance and development of learning media, which are tailored to partner needs. Evaluation of the success of activities is carried out through participant feedback, follow-up from partners, and internal evaluation of the implementing team. Sustainable Livelihood Framework. In the research of Rosaliza et al. 2023, entitled Infrastructure, Vulnerability, and Livelihoods of Akit Women, explained that the Sustainable Livelihood Framework, or SLF, emphasized the importance of human, physical, financial, natural, and social capital in overcoming vulnerability. This research was conducted in Piranta Village, Ria Province, which is a coastal area, women's household and families in mangrove forest areas, who are classified as the most vulnerable group, face simple infrastructure challenges such as houses on steel made of hardwood and planks, as well as depends on rainwater sources and dug wells. In the context of the SLF, the livelihoods of coastal women in Piranta Village are limited to seasonal work such as harvesting mangrove wood, while limited education and skills, as well as cultural, social, and security factors limit their economic participation. The threat of physical and psychological harassment in the workplace is also a serious problem. For underprivileged household, sources of income are often insufficient to meet living needs. Within this framework, effort to empower coastal women in Piranta Village must pay attention to the integration of various capital, human, physical, financial, natural, and social, as well as supporting structures and processes. Next, a case study of community empowerment in the economic sector through the Tambak Rejo Village Family Welfare Empowerment Institution or PKK. After conducting interviews with several PKK members, we can understand the formulation of the problem in economic empowerment of women in Tambak Rejo Village. First, the implementation of the PKK program is not going well and the program is still limited to posyandu activities. Second, the majority of PKK members are only elementary and middle school graduates who have limited knowledge and skills to drive the economy for women in Tambak Rejo Village. Strategies that can be implementing the SLF for economic empowerment in Tambak Rejo Village are as follows. First, collaboration with regional government and non-governmental organizations to obtain technical support and additional resources. Next, training and education. Organizing a series of training and educational programs for PKK members regarding entrepreneurship and business management. Next, mentoring and guidance. Provide assistance and guidance to PKK members in managing micro business or other economic activities. Next, PKK program diversification, expanding the scope of the PKK program to include economic activities other than posyandu. Be reviewing existing programs such as saving class and so on. Next, sustainable business development, encourage the formation of sustainable business that are based on local resource and have the potential to develop independently. Next, continuous monitoring and evaluation, establish a continuous monitoring and evaluation system to monitor program progress regularly. Thank you very much.